Hey folks, it's time for another happy episode of Shut Up and Cook. I am Chris Hall, I'm still your host. They haven't fired me yet. I haven't fired me yet because I'm in charge of this thing. So, since this is a happy episode, I'm going to tell you about how happy I was down at Wong Fu's All-You-Can-Eat Chinese Smorgasbord the other day. I'm going through the line like everybody else does, and I reached down and grabbed a hold of my tongs, and the little kid in front of me left a damn booger on the tongs. And I just realized, what else could be in all the rest of this food? So I immediately put it down and I got the hell out of there. But I like Chinese food, so I've got a cooking show. I'm going to make some Chinese food. I got all this cool stuff. I hope it ought to work. So what we're going to do, we're going to combine all this stuff into a big old pan, and out will come Chinese food. I guarantee it. Let's go over to the stove and get this thing rolling. Alright, friends and neighbors, it is time to walk and roll. Get him walking right. It was funnier on the piece of paper. We're going to cook some vegetable lo mein, and it's very simple. You can use a skillet if you don't have a wok. The big pan I showed you in episode 1, you can use that if you don't have this. But you get your wok or your skillet up to heat, and you're going to add about a quarter cup, maybe a third of a cup. I'm using quite a bit actually because I got more vegetables. About a third of a cup of oil, and that's going to be hot immediately. Swirl it around just a little bit, be careful. And what we're going to add first is an onion and a red pepper. And we're going to get that in now. And we'll get our wooden spoon, because this is nonstick, and get it rolling around a little bit. Okay? Immediately after that, we're going to toss in about 3 big cloves of garlic, all minced up. Don't put those in there first, ever, because they'll burn. So get the oil and the onions and the peppers rolling. Then we're going to add some carrots. This is about 3 normal-sized carrots that I have semi-julienned up. We're also going to add a little bit of mushroom. Here it is. Now, I know what you're saying. That wok is completely full and nothing else will go in there. No. All this stuff is going to cook down, way down. So, yeah, you got to be careful that it doesn't go over. But this is going to cook down into a very small, well, not very small, but a medium small reduction. So once this has come down a little bit in size, we're going to come back and add a few more things. Okay, now look how much this is reduced. It was like, it was way up here or something. I know it was like that. But it's come down to a manageable size now. Everything has given off flavor, has reduced, has gotten a little soft. Tastes excellent. Now you're going to say, Chris, you didn't season that with any salt and pepper. And you're right, I didn't. But I did it on purpose because there's other stuff coming. Right now, I'm going to toss in some green onion. That's about half a cup. And some bean sprouts. About a cup and a half of bean sprouts. Okay? Now these are a little bit more delicate, so I'm only going to cook these for about 1 minute, maybe 90 seconds. Then we're going to come right back. Alright, so now my green onions and my bean sprouts have cooked for about a minute, minute and a half. I'm going to add in here a cup and 3/4 of chicken stock with about a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch mixed into it. Now this is going to thicken a nice sauce in here. Now as you can tell, we haven't put a real meat in here yet. If you are a Vegisaurus Rex, you can do this with vegetable stock or something like that, and it won't hurt your feelings and you'll be okay. So let's go ahead and pour this in here. And it's going to bring that chicken flavor in there. And the stock has a lot of salt in it, so there's one little caveat that you can justify not salting this stuff first. I'm going to get that mixed in. Then I'm going to stir in about a 1/4 cup of hoisin sauce. You ask yourself, what's hoisin sauce? Well, it's Bruce Lee's barbecue sauce. This right here is the bomb. It's sweet and smoky. It actually, truly, if you wanted to put a definition on it, it's Asian barbecue sauce. But you don't put a big ton of it in there. You just put a little bit, about a 1/4 cup, like I said. Get that in there. Get my spoon cleaned off. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, which ain't nothing but real salt, to be honest with you. I mean, it's salty junk. Then we're going to bring in 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of curry, Yeah, you never thought you'd see me use curry, y'all who know me, right? I hate Indian food. But anyway, 2 teaspoons of curry. 2 teaspoons of minced ginger. Get in there. And 2 teaspoons, well, actually more like 2 tablespoons of honey. No, I haven't lost my mind. I know what I'm doing. You've cooked all my other stuff. You ought to have faith in me by now. So let's get this in here. And what I'm going to do, we'll mix all this junk up. And once it's mixed up, we're going to bring it to a boil and then let it simmer for a little while the cornstarch thickens all this stuff up. So, let's let that happen and come right back. Okie dokie, Smokey, looky here. Our sauce has come together into this wonderful brown, thick deliciousness that when you take a bite of this stuff, your tongue ain't never had nothing like this. And it goes from sweet to sour to salty to hot to tangy to I don't even know what the hell. And your tongue just stops and says, okay, you know, seriously, give me a break. I wasn't even ready for that. You got to warn a brother for that, okay? So, this is done. So what I got now is I got some pasta that I did earlier. I cooked it for the box instructions, 8 minutes, boiling water, like any moron can do. If you can't do this, you need to go back and watch my lasagna episode, and I'll show you how. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drain this real quick. You don't have to follow me, camera. I'm going to drain that pasta. I'm going to toss it in that skillet with all that delicious, neat goodness. Now, brother, this is hot. I'm going to guarantee you this is hot. We're just going right in there. And a little bit over the back. That's okay. I'll catch it. That's what I got tongs for. It's only perfect on television because they have the money to do about 15 or 20 different takes. We ain't got no money. And brother, if we ruin something, it's ruined. So, you see, all I got to do now is toss this. And toss, and toss, and then find a giant bowl. And I mean a giant one, because I don't know if I got a bowl this big. But this is done. I mean, D-U-N, done. So we're going to transfer it to a bowl. We're going to eat some. All right, I did have a bowl big enough for all this. This is my girlfriend's bowl. I hope she doesn't get mad. I'm sure we're going to use it for something. It's full of lo mein now. But here, in the shortest episode of my show yet, we've made an outstanding filling dinner that has an incredible taste to it. It has every single taste you can think of, and then think of 2 more that don't even exist, and it has that too. It will fill you up, you'll be very happy, and it was super duper easy. So I'm just going to serve myself a little bit now with the onion and the red pepper and the ginger and the soy sauce and the hoisin and the green onion and the noodles and the bean sprouts and a little bit of garnish on top like that. I can do it too. So folks, please don't forget, quit your bitching, get in the kitchen, shut up and cook. I'll see you next time. With a Ninjy Chop!
Everybody was kung